The correct movement of your wrist during serve is crucial to generate power, to maximize spin, and to prevent injuries. So in this video, I'm going to explain the movement of your wrist before, during, and after the contact point on your serve. Enjoy the video. Okay guys, the first thing I want to talk about is your grip. You want to use your continental grip when you serve. There are several reasons to this. This grip allows you to create the ideal angle of the racket during the contact point, producing effective spin on the ball. You can serve with the other grips like your forehand grip, but as you start to serve with lots of power, you need to control with the spin. And that continental grip will help you to do that. We also call this continental grip a hammer grip or a shaken grip. So I want you to hold the racket with your dominant hand as if you're holding a hammer, a chopping knife, or giving a shake hand to the racket. Now when you're holding your grip, make sure there's a little gap between your index finger and the middle finger, just like that. This helps reduce tension on the grip, allowing you to have more flexibility. Okay, on the baseline, get into your starting position. You have to be on this side-on position where your front foot points to the net post and the back foot points to the side fence. If you're a left-handed player, then do the opposite. Right foot is your front foot and the back foot is your left foot. Now, when you're in this starting position, your wrist on the dominant side should be in neutral position. It's not bent in any directions. Your wrist is nice and relaxed, and the tip of the racket should point to your opponent. The racket take back and a trophy position. I want you to lead your take back with the butt of the racket. At this moment, the back of your hand should point outward. Then as your hand rises to the shoulder height, the back of your hand should point to the opposite side, just like this. Now this movement helps you to lift your racket smoothly to the trophy position. If this video is already helping you, please like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who's struggling with the wrist movement on the serve. Okay, this is where the forward swing begins. When you accelerate upward, your elbow leads first. Imagine you're throwing the ball upward, not forward. After the elbow, the pinky side of your hand will now lead the racket. Then move your wrist upward as if you're giving a light chop to the ball. And this is where you should see the racket lag. What's a racket lag? It's when you accelerate your racket forward, the butt of the racket leads first and the head of the racket comes later. You would see this lag when you accelerate your racket forward. If you want to learn more about tennis, why don't you subscribe to my tennis website? You will start receiving a free PDF tennis tutorial once in every 2 weeks. Okay, now I'll explain about the contact. As you accelerate your racket upward, I want you to move your forearm in a way that your racket strings point to the ball. Now this rotation of your forearm and the wrist is called pronation. When you have this continental grip when you serve, the pronation is crucial. Without pronation, your serve won't go straight. Now when you make a contact with the ball, tilt your racket to 11 o'clock direction for the right-handed player. If you're a left-handed player, then it would be between 12 and 1 o'clock. That angle and the tilt of the racket would add spin on the ball, which is important for controlling your serve. As you slow down your swing, your wrist goes back to the neutral position, and your follow-through finishes with the back of your hand pointing straight. Do you want to watch more videos like this? Please click the subscribe button and it will notify you every time I post new videos. Okay, here are the self-practice drills that you can do. But first, practice your starting position and the racket take back without a racket. So get into your starting position. Your front foot points to the net post and the back foot points to the side fence. Imagine you're holding your racket. Your wrist should be in neutral position. The back of your hand is pointing outward. From there, you want to take your racket back by moving this way. So imagine you're chopping off your toes with your racket. As you lift your hand up, just give a wave to the side fence. And you should see the back of your hand is pointing back. as you give a wave to the side fence. And practice this movement until it gets natural to you. Once you feel comfortable with this movement, try exactly the same thing with your tennis racket. Okay, next we're going to practice the forward swing and the racket wag. Stand right up to the fence and get into this position where your arm is bent 90 degrees and you're holding your racket with the continental grip. Now, from this position, I want you to relax the wrist, okay, lose the tension, and see if the head of the racket drops and touches your shoulder. Just relax your wrist. After relaxing your wrist, then give a little stamp with the butt of the racket on the fence. So just like this. Release the tension and stamp. Release the tension and stamp. Now, as you can see, when I'm stamping, I'm using my elbow and the wrist. Okay, after you've done a couple of times, I want you to try step 1, step 2, and step 3 without stopping. You can try slowly, but without stopping. So, drop, stamp, drop, stamp, drop, and stamp. Now, once you feel comfortable, start everything from the beginning. So, starting position, cutting your toes, give a little wave, okay, and bring your racket all the way up here. Drop the racket head by releasing the tension on your wrist and stamp. There, drop, stamp. All right, this time instead of stamping on the fence with the butt of the racket, see if you can hammer the fence by using the edge of the racket. Starting position, cutting toes, give it a little wave. The drop of the racket head, lead with the elbow, and there. I'm using my edge of the racket to hammer the fence. Now, this is the most important part. When you make a contact, as I mentioned, we need the pronation. So, just before you hammer the fence with the edge of the racket, see if you can move your forearm and the wrist in a way that the face of the racket points to the string, like that. And it's called a pronation. Cutting toes, give it a wave. Racket head drops, lead with the elbow, chop, then rotate your forearm and your racket face points to the fence. Okay, this is your last step. After you make a contact, you want to add the follow through. Your arm goes forward and across the body, while the wrist on your dominant hand remains in neutral position and the back of your hand points to your opponent or points straight. Okay, so here's the summary. Use the continental grip for your serve. Make sure your wrist is in neutral position when you are in the starting position, and the back of your hand should point to the side. As you take your racket back and hand reaches the shoulder height, then it flips. So the back of your hand points to the back now. When you accelerate forward, lead with the elbow and the pinky side of your hand, and you should feel the racket lag. You lead with the butt of the racket and the racket head drops and it comes up later. During the contact, make sure that your racket is tilted to 11 o'clock direction if you're a right-handed player and 1 o'clock direction if you're a left-handed player. During the follow through, keep swinging your racket forward until your hand reaches the pocket height and the back of your hand is pointing straight. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If this video helped you, please click a like and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my tennis website for receiving free PDF tennis tutorial once in every 2 weeks.